All right, guys, we're going to get started on our March plan and prep. So you're finishing up February. Let me do our screen share. So we got our faces off of the main screen. We are going to talk about our plan and prep for March. Um, Planning for March, it's really about consistency, what we've been talking about. It's not always a huge sales month, but it's a month that's important for you to stay consistent and present in your social media and sharing. So, with that said, we are continuing with our 5x5 incentive kind of trackers. I will at the end of February put up a post for you to tell me how many points total you had in February. That's what I'll be keeping track of. We will continue the 5x5. It's down here. Tracker for March. So that's just keeping that consistency in our business. And hopefully, last month you jumped into our kind of new rhythm cadence for social media posting. We're doing a little bit more with the you led posts on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then brand rhythm, which is kind of sticking similar to what we did before with a themed product. And then that themed product is talked about throughout the week. That's Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So in the month of March, we are going to, we kind of did a combination between waking up winter skin and kind of some green white theme to go with St. Patty's Day, because St. Patty's Day is on the 17th right here. So we kind of went with that kind of a theme. So you'll have your meet your matcha for week one, which is a fun one to get kind of that green color in the bar soap, green color in the packaging for week one. Week two, we're going to go with daily grind, which I think last year that was part of our feature of the month that we did in March. So really showing the texture, the smell, to use it is super, super good. And then we decided to add in Pamper Your Cold. It's kind of a green color to it, but it also is great when you smell it, buddy. It's also really great for transitioning between we're ready for spring. We're ready to open the windows, get all the gunk of winter out of our systems. We're still fighting with that sickness that comes along with wintertime, but we're also going to be starting to face things like seasonal allergies. So when you think of Pamper Your Cold, it's not just for sickness and sinus. It's also great for allergies, opening up the sinuses. It's really actually good just if you love the smell of it, just to wake you up, make you feel good. So you can use Pamper Your Cold a lot. We'll be talking about that. That's week 3. Oh, fart fig Newton. I didn't grab the Antid-Oat. For some reason, I was thinking we were doing fresh creamy milk. So I didn't grab the Antid-Oat. So, Fred, I took a couple pictures with this one. So I need to revise my own March, but that will be the last one of the season. If you look over on our Sunday on the action calendar, which is kind of your guide to things that you can do, things that you can consider in your business if you're getting a little off track. Sundays, you're set the tone, so you have your items here, and then throughout the month, if you look at the days, it'll kind of help remind you what kind of the focus is for that day. Now, a couple other things, I'm going to talk about that, and I'm also going to talk about these sample packs here. And this was kind of brought up and an idea I was like trying to present to you guys, because people have been talking about the cost of sampling. Since we don't have pre-made samples, people do find it pretty pricey when they're sending samples out. We have talked about the butterfly mailers that can be in an envelope with a butterfly stamp, which is supposed to be non-machinable. So, but it's still got to be pretty flat. So that's usually like the heat and seal packs. Unfortunately, USPS doesn't always follow their own protocol, and they put it through the machine, and then sometimes our heat and seal packs explode. So then we're out the butterfly stamp and the sample. They can smell their paper, I guess, but that's not really pampering. Now, if you choose to go the Lacan route, which are our plastic containers, you usually have to send it in a bubble mailer. And even if the bubble mailer is pretty light, it is still costing between $4 and $5 at least to get a bubble mailer out. So what I'll be talking about today is kind of like ideas on sampling, getting products on the people in a different way. Again, sending samples, if you're already sending something to them, if they order from your stock, if you're sending something to them anyways, putting in extra samples, I would still do that. That's still just a part of the business. But this is looking at more deluxe sample packs and kind of trying to recoup a little bit of that shipping cost as packaging it as a sample pack. Okay, so we'll talk about that. So that's kind of the overview here. This will take you through the first 4 weeks. So we'll be jumping into April at the end of March. So just keep that in mind. And then I'm going to talk about a fun customer idea that you could do in the month of March. Of course, you have St. Patty's Day. So let's first start with going over to Posh Crew. In Posh Crew, just so you know where to find everything, in the featured section at the top, again, I'm on a desktop, so it may look a little different if you're on your phone. In the featured section, we have examples for March rhythm. So examples for March rhythm. I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but this is what it looks like. And it is a longer document that actually will lay out ideas for you to post, both you-led posts and rhythm posts throughout the month of March, okay? So again, we know we're into something that's a newer thing that not everybody's familiar with. So we want to provide some guidance for you on what could I do for the you-led post? What could I do for a brand rhythm post? So this is long. So if you print it off, maybe print it off weekly. I will tell you that what I do for my planning and prepping for March is I like to schedule mine out. So I took some time yesterday, used my Meet Your Matcha bar soap. I had it out, and I actually printed off just week 1, and I staple it together. I have it sitting in my bathroom. And when I'm doing something and I have that paper and the bar soap with it, I actually have more opportunities to take those selfies, to if I'm getting ready for, especially our face washes, getting ready for bed at night and I'm washing my face and I look through what I need for posting for the week, I can grab a few selfies that way. So make it easy on yourself, get the bar soap, put it with the ideas for the week, and just pick a day and grab some photos so that you can pre-schedule it and have you in the photos. So otherwise, this just gives you guidance on that. Now with that, so that was our brand rhythm right here. Shay also has done up, and I pulled it up. Here we go. Let me put them all on the screen, minus the bottom ones. I think, nope, I think you took those off, Shay. Nope, there are a few here. So on Posh Crew, uploaded in our guide, in our media section, there are graphics that you can use. Now, these graphics are great. They're beautiful. We love them, but I would highly suggest, because these don't go for every single day for you, to do those ULED posts, do those more action photos. What's the texture look like? How do you use it? Kind of things. But let's just look at the beginning of March. So Shay has done up kind of just like a general post for the month. March made gentle, a simple routine for unpredictable days. And then as you go through the graphics, Sundays like your gentle wake up. So these are going to go more with your brand rhythm. A moment to notice, simply for me, and a gentle close. So these will go well with the brand rhythm posts that we have. Just, I want to make sure you guys are catching all of this. The brand rhythm posts set the tone, spark curiosity, how it fits into real life, and reflect and simplify. That's your brand rhythm. Then your ULED ones are a reset moment, Posh-in-Action, and an unpolished moment. So when you're going through that first week, you can easily refer to Shay's graphics. They're beautiful. Shay's graphics that are posted. I'll show you where they're posted. And then your March rhythm ideas. And this is just going to help you understand how to do that. Okay. Let's see. So those are those two. Let's go back to Posh Crew real fast. So you have your March rhythm. Okay, when you're looking for graphics, you're going to go to media. You're going to go to albums. And here's the album for March feature of the week 26, your photos. Okay. Now, if you don't see something in the featured section that you need, especially if it's a document, come to the files section and you'll see here that there are the action calendar is this one. I should have marked that better. Your March week rhythms, and then the product on the people. So those are all available there, just so that you feel confident when you come to Posh Crew, you know where to find those. I will upload the action calendar to our team hub that we just had did our overview on, but just so you know, that's where those are at. Okay, so with that said, before I share a few, take the screen down, I do want to talk a little bit about, two things. We have, where's it at? I'm all over the place, my friends. Okay, here, these sample packs. Okay, so how I design this, or the ideas I have for this is a document you will see. There are 4 ideas for you to do throughout the month. I have them laid out in the action calendar. St. Patty's Day is the 17th. So if you get started on something like this soon, you have quite a bit of time to get them ready, to get them out, and to market them. So if you look at this one, it's Lucky You Leprechaun Love. And it's the whole thing is to send a little surprise self-care to someone else. So you're going to market this more kind of as a deluxe sample pack that someone would want to send to a friend, similar to like a Valentine's something, or just the Lucky You, I thought of you kind of thing. I would keep it in about a $5 range, and that's really going to cover your shipping, is what that's going to do. And then what you're going to do is either use the items that we have for this month to make up a sample pack or a cute little leprechaun love pack, or come up with kind of your own leprechaun love pack. They can have it come from them. They could have it anonymous, but it's really, you know, just a fun way to get a cute tag, a deluxe sample pack, recoup some money on some shipping, and get some product on people. And with this one, it's geared towards having your client customer base, but also getting product on new people, maybe that have not tried Posh, that they know and they'd want to spread it too. So that's one idea. Two, spring break sample pack. I've done this several different ways. It just kind of depends on when your kiddos or your area has like school spring break. Ours is in March. I know Shay said hers is in April, but spring break sample packs are fun. You can do one of two things. If people are going on vacation, you could put together deluxe sample sets for them to take on their vacation. So if they're going on a cruise or they're going on out of the country, you could have a deluxe BFF, a deluxe mask, a deluxe moisturizer, and a bar soap. Okay, so that's your pack that they could just purchase from you, pack in their bag on their spring break trip, right? They got Posh, they don't have to do it, and you could put it in like an $8 to $10 range. Again, it's going to recoup more of your shipping than it's going to recoup your product. But if you bought the product to sample, that's a tax write-off. Now we're just really focused on getting a little bit of recoup back plus the shipping, because that's what's killing us. So that's kind of one way that you can do it. The other way you could do it, spring break sample pack, would be me time for mom when the kids are home on spring break, something that's special just for mom to have her own little spring break in the bathroom, shut the door, enjoy some time for herself. So you could totally flip it that way too, especially if you're having a staycation at home for spring break. Down here, season, oh no, that was, I skipped one, didn't I? Nope, I did that one first. Okay, so I'm going to come down here first. Seasonal cold support pack. So this one I've done before too. It could be seasonal allergies, season cold pack. I did pull out a little sample thing that I can show you, but I have not gotten any mini tissues yet. So what I typically did is a mini tissue pack, a sample of the Pamper Your Cold, one of the tabs, and then I would put in a healer stick or an all better stick, which is kind of cute. Lacan. And really with that, guys, if you are using the all better stick or the healer stick, just advance it up and use a knife and just cut a slice off and put it in the Lacan, and it is perfect. It's perfect. They can use it multiple times. It's not hard to do. You don't touch it, and it goes into the Lacan super easily. Just like that. And then you just close it, and that gives them their sample. So in the cold pack, I typically will do something like that, where it's a Pamper Your Cold tab, a mini tissue pack, a healer or all better stick, and instruction on how to use it. So that one's one you could do. That one I'd probably keep at a lower price point, like a $5 range. But easy to do. And then the last idea I had was season breakout rescue pack. So as we change seasons, we'll start to change the products that people are needing, going from less heavy items to a little lighter items as far as feel and texture. And turning over skin, things like that. So season breakout pack is just a simple way to get perfect bar soap for your face on people, maybe a sample of your gender bender for body breakouts, 1 or 2 zit zapper package, and then a seasonal shift. Like, what are some things to consider adding value in a little card or something? Hey, try this. This will help your seasonal skin shift. Easy thing to do. Again, you can do it in the $5 to $10 range. The other thing to consider is you could do a super simple one where it's just the zit zapper patches, and you cut 1 to 2 of those zit zapper patches out and staple them maybe to a thank you note and have them give that a whirl. I mean, it's just product on the people and trying to recoup a little bit of that shipping cost. So when you look at that document, it's also laid out here. Consider Lucky You Leprechaun Love samples. I kept that with this week too, since the 17th is on the 3rd week. But I also added in here spring break sample packs because this is actually our spring break here. So you could start marketing spring break sample packs. Then you have your seasonal cold support packs and your seasonal breakout or rescue packs at the end of the month. So there's a little cadence that you could switch up those items and do something different with your sample pack. So hopefully that'll give you some ideas, things to think about. And then lastly, I have this little fun idea. So I was trying to think of something different for March. And this was kind of something that I thought would be fun that I'm going to use on my customer facing business page. There is a month, the month of March here, and it's a blank calendar. And it's kind of like, how lucky are you? So what I really have here, you guys, is I have a calendar with products placed on the calendar. Now you could do this however you want. You could take a blank one, you could take a blank calendar and pick the days you want to pick. You could put specific products on there. You could put deluxe sample packs. You could put free shipping. You can design it how you want. How I designed it is I took some products that I currently had here at home and put them on certain days. Now, my customers don't see this calendar. All they know is that I have some lucky days set for if they purchase on that day and they pick a day that I have a product under that date, then they win that product for free. Okay. Let me see if I can show you guys real fast how I laid it out, because this will come out to you guys. This is our email for the month. Okay, let me show you real fast. So I'll show you, this is your email that you'll get at the end of this week, and it kind of lays it out for you. Sorry if I'm making you sick. All Shay's pretty stuff. So here's the customer fun idea. Here's the blank calendar. Here's the calendar I have with my ideas. And I have how it works. You secretly choose lucky days on your calendar. Any customer who orders on that day wins the item featured for that day for free. Okay, so you can have as many or as little days as you choose. The winners announced weekly or at a set cutoff time. So there's no hints, there's no clues. It's just supposed to be fun. Down here, I thought I gave you guys more instructions. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I need to go back and add that in. So what I'm going to do, I'll give you guys more instructions. Hold on. see if it'll let me show you my customer one. Here's my customer one. Okay, so this is how I'm doing it with my customers, and I can move it over to mine. Each day, it's going to run from 12 a.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? So the orders placed before 8 p.m. Central Standard Time qualify for that day, okay? And the reason I did this is because I wanted to announce winners throughout the week and not wait for the end. But you could just wait for the end of the week and just announce the days you had specific products and who won on those days. So you really could do it however you wanted to. But on the days I actually have product put on my calendar, if someone purchases, I want to be super flippin' excited and after 8 p.m. congratulate them for being the winner of that day, product. Now you could do that. You're only offering one. For me, as many people purchase on that day is what I'm going to give out, even if I have to order it, because it's product that they're ordering and I'm going to reward them for it. But if you're looking at like stock at home and you only have 3 little Snarkies and you don't want to order, then do a limit. I mean, this is just a guidance, and I'll copy and paste this as an example and put it over on our team newsletter before I send it out to you guys. But really, it's just guidance. This is how I'm doing it. You can do it how works best for you. It's just something that I'm doing in the month of March that I thought was pretty fun. But I'll make sure to get that over to you guys. Let's see. I think that's it. Let me stop share. Shay, did I forget anything?
I don't think so, to be honest. I think you covered everything pretty well.
Okay. Well, wonderful, you guys. Well, I will get this uploaded to YouTube, put on our Posh Crew page for you to rewatch, and then also add it to our newsletter. I have our newsletter going out once I fix it a little bit for you. February, March. I have it being sent out on Thursday. So that gives me a little time to get anything figured out. But the recording will be on Posh Crew. I'll just get the email out to prep for March on the 26th. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. Shay's great with the graphics. We can answer questions if it doesn't make sense. So have a great Monday, you guys, and I will see you over on the crew page.